it's the kind of business that I felt good about, you know, retirement. Here I am giving back to people who built this country.
Yes.
You know, the seniors who worked hard and scraped and saved and built the country. And now I have a chance to give back something to them and where they can live in, you know, happiness and reasonable health.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Answers for Elders radio show.
And welcome everyone to Answers for Elders Radio Network, heard across the USA and on your favorite podcast channel. And really exciting, hopefully you're watching us on YouTube. And we're doing something very, very special today because I am remote at a very special community. And it takes me back to my beginnings. As most of you know, that I took care of my mom for the last 6 years of her life. And I couldn't have done even remotely the right thing by her had I not had a very amazing support network with me. I always had wonderful guidance. And, so coming full circle, here we are 15 years later, I think it is. And I have the honor here to interview the founder and CTO of Chateau Retirement, Mr. Jim Godfrey. And Jim, you are an angel for me in my life, because if it wasn't for you and the staff that you had in place, I probably wouldn't have the opportunities that I have today. And they gave me my start. So first of all, welcome. And second of all, thank you for all you've done.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes.
I feel like, you are someone that has been a way shower for so many people in the industry. And, you started Chateau Retirement, I believe, over 25 years ago, and from what we say. But you came from a background in construction, did you not?
That's correct, yes. I started off as a developer builder in Canada. Then we moved out here in 1978. And I was building different things, whatever I could find to build, and make their money on. And so that's sure how I started off as a developer. Yes.
Yeah. And then obviously you got into the whole senior living world. How did that happen?
Well, I had some property in Redfine, and I was planning on putting condominiums on it, but when I went down with an application, they told me I couldn't, even though it was zoned for condominiums, because they were reasonable. You got a few years later, this real estate salesman comes to my door and says, I have an offer for you on your Redfine property. Are you interested? Came back and he said, oh, I'm sorry, the people that made the offer had offers on about 3 properties, and they liked another property better than your property, so they're buying that. I said, well, just out of curiosity, what are they going to do on my property? He said, oh, they were going to build a retirement community there. I said, what? That's single family. So, no, the city has passed an ordinance that allows you to build retirement communities on single family. So, like, so if I was down in the city, that's how it got started.
Yeah. And what year was this?
Well, this was in the late 80s sometime. I'm not sure what year. And because I had never done a retirement center, I had the team up to another gentleman who ran nursing college. So I built it, and then he was to run it. But he had a big company, typical of big companies there. People never got by there very often. So I was often in there
You kind of had to do the on-the-job learning.
What are they doing? Why is he doing that? I learned a lot just watching them. And interfering. But he was a nice man. He didn't get angry at me for interfering.
Mm-hmm.
So we opened it and ran it for a while, and then he got an offer on all his nursing for a big company down in Florida, and he accepted it. Not on the assisted living, but on the nursing place. He said, "Jim, I'm getting out of the business, selling everything. You want to take over and run Chateau Retirement, it's called. We're just building in Redmond."
Amazing.
And I said, "Yeah, I think I could do a lot better." I said to myself.
Yeah.
And, and so that's how I got into it. Now,
Now you're moving into this whole care world, but you developed some amazing philosophies and mission, and you really helped define, I think, back in those days, what does retirement living really is, what is it supposed to be?
One of my initial feelings about these buildings were sort of like an army camp where you all get thrown into a big barracks and you all have the same routine and the same, I didn't want that. I wanted residents to be able to choose their own lifestyle.
They're keeping
And live life to the fullest.
Yeah.
And I think they do that. We have people that sit down with them after they move in, they talk to them, and then try to help them meet other people in that other residents who have really similar backgrounds or similar careers, who they might connect with. And I introduce them to them so they start to make friends. Generally, they come in their circle of friends is about that big.
Yeah.
They get there for a few months and they're circle
Friends.
third spans.
Yes.
And human beings are social animals.
Yes, they are.
They need friends. They want to talk and have friendships. So trying to help them make friends is a big part of
it. Is a big part. And especially, with all the studies that have gone on with Alzheimer's dementia, that socialization piece is so vitally important because it actually keeps the mind working.
Yeah.
And the activities and things like that. And, if you age alone by yourself watching TV, that you're not exercising that part of your brain that's so valuable in the socialization bliss.
Yeah.
That
retirement. Here I am giving back to people who built this country.
Yes.
Seniors who worked hard, and scraped and saved and built the country. And now I have a chance to give back something to them and where they can live in, happiness and reasonable health.
Yeah.
Anyone and whatever afflictions they've got, but do the very best to give them happy, final years of their life.
Yeah.
Enjoyable as possible. So I thought, well, where we got to start? And I was luckily I had a pretty good education because I had just completed a master's degree in business a few years earlier. And I did my electrical engineering degree behind that. And so I'm like, the gun started off with a set of shared values. And have the staff they can hire and accept those shared values. So we sat down and we came up with some values. Tamara was working for me then, and as a HR person, I believe, helped put together this set of shared values. And we wrote them down. So we printed them up on a sheet of paper on the ground. See down here, that's our values. And said, I think these are really important. So I said, we've got to have staff that will treat them kindly, compassionately, be patient with them, and really make them feel easy. And so that's what we stress with our values. And I call us a value-driven company, which we are. I was amazed. I didn't know if the staff would take on these values or practice them or anything. I just talked about it. And our golly, took a hold of it. And they did a good job.
Well, and you know, what you're saying is when you have that kind of a foundation of principles and ethics, and, you know, not only, I mean, I have my own story. I remember touring different communities as a daughter, and my mom was in rehab. I knew nothing about senior living, really, because I was like a deer in the headlights, you know, and I remember going to different communities and everybody had their spin.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that I really remember so distinctly walking into your Chateau Pacific community was that everybody was happy. Everybody in the lobby area, they were talking to each other. There, you know, the prevailing energy in that building was about joy. It was about living in a situation. So you knew right away that this was a fun place to be. Yeah. And I loved all the bright open lights and the bright windows, and it was cheery and it was beautiful. And I remember doing that. And then, you know, but you're talking also about the adjustment and how that adjustment process is for so many seniors, especially when they feel more vulnerable because they have maybe been through health issues or mobility challenges or things like that. And, you know, there is that fear factor, that fear of the unknown. Yeah. And you guys made it so easy, not only for my mom when she lived there, but, you know, for me as your daughter. And it helped me to be able to let go and say, you know what? Chateau has got this. They are, yes, I had that peace of mind of, you know, I don't have to be there every day and dream. I don't have to run and get every little thing for her because I did, you know, all of a sudden I realized that truly she was in good hands. Yeah. And that peace of mind meant everything to me.
Yeah.
And that comes right from those values.
Yeah, the values and our mission, you know, was to work with each resident as they come in, get to know them, and then work with them to help them develop a lifestyle better.
Yeah.
Which they like and they want to build one. And so they kind of live happier, healthier, and long.
Yeah.
And they do it on their terms.
And this is something that I want to get into a little bit more in our next segment.
Okay.
So anyway, for those of you that are interested, I hope you'll stay with us. And Mr. Godfrey and I will be right back.
Did you know that you can discover hundreds of podcasts in our library on senior care? So visit our website and discover our decision guides that will help you also navigate decision making. Find us at answersforelders.com.